Hey guys, I'm Jayce. Welcome back to Farmstead Forge. Today I'm going through and showing how my 5 different post vices are mounted up. This was actually a requested video a while back and I'm just now getting around to it. So let's get started. My first vise, this one is actually usually outside. I use it for cleaning stuff outside unless it's in the summer and it's too dry to have sparks. This guy here, I did move my bracket down a little bit so I had enough room to mount it to my table. I don't like it when guys move them way down. I just feel like it's really weak and it gives all this room to twist up here. And then obviously you always want your legs secured and resting on something solid because post vise are made to pound on. That's just some really heavy, I think it was maybe schedule 80 wall pipe just to keep it locked in there. Then this vise, this table used to be in my barn where I was shoeing a lot of horses at the time. I haven't been shoeing lately. I had a shoe rack on the back and that's actually a shoe rack back there and I can still put it on if I want to. This vise, I forged all the hardware for this vise, so I'll put a card in for the videos for that, and spring and everything on this one. This vise is mounted kitty corner and I really like that. It gives you a lot of room to get in on both sides, although if you're major OCD that might mess with you a little bit. And this vise, this was an old fuel barrel stand that I used, but it doesn't go clear to the ground, so I put a really heavy piece of angle iron on there and then brace that up so it should take anything I want to abuse on it. Of course I used some 3/8 concave shoe material because I couldn't bear to throw it away. These old drawers are actually out of the moccasin school and it has a date somewhere in here from, oh yeah, right there, 1968, a year before my guy at El Camino was made. This vise is actually my great-grandpa's vise and it is just mounted on a plow disc. It's really light. I actually get a lot of comments in my videos saying I need to shore this thing up. The reason it's like this is because at the time I was working out on the Washington coast as a mule skinner for the US of A government and I was only out there for about 6 months at a time, so I wanted something light that I could be packing back and forth. But I could always mount it to the ground there if I wanted to through the plow disc with some concrete bolts. But it is nice to have one I can move around the shop quite a bit. This stand is one of my favorite stands. It is a touch light. It's not solid. Obviously you want to have them solid as you can, but this is actually an old wheel weight or something I dug out of the dirt and it's cast, but I just drove that drill stem in there and pounded it in really good and heated it and welded it really hot, so it'll last until it cracks out and then I'll worry about doing something different. But this vise, I forged a thrust washer for it and then it had really crooked jaws, all messed up, and I fixed it. I did get a lot of comments on I did this wrong and I'll just agree to disagree. This vise actually holds the best out of any vices I have, so I'm happy with the way I fixed it and I won't go back. I actually had one guy's comments, mini comments, that were so nasty that I had to delete them and block them. I just have no room for profanity and nastiness on my channel. He can get lost and find something else to do. I don't mind helpful comments, but nasty ones are not welcome. I really like this stand because I can roll that out of the way if I want, and then I can actually just take it clear out if I want. But it's a nice place to lay your punches, chisels, got a place for your tongs, a couple extra hammers, have a wrench in there, some twist wrenches, bending fork, stuff like that. It is mounted on the ground. I had to do a little creative work there since that was a cast hub, but it seems to hold just fine. Obviously, if you don't have your your legs secure at the bottom, they can twist when you're twisting on your jaws, and that's where you can get stuff bent, is when they're not mounted correctly. Jeez, we had draw knife class today. Don't worry, it's really dull. This is my vise on my welding table. It's probably one of the most solid ones I have as far as attached to something solid. This vise has been used and abused, and I just keep it in that lifestyle. I got it for like 30 bucks at an auction, I think, or something, and it's had a car spring welded into it. And then, don't judge me too harshly, but it was one of those days I needed it yesterday, so I just started grabbing junk off my welding table and welding to it so I could secure my leg, but it's on the concrete, so it wouldn't be much different than if it was in an old plank floor. Bye. Say thanks for watching. He's grown up a lot since my last video. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this super simple video. Didn't have a big time to get a good video out this week. We kind of got buried in snow this last week, so it was basically feeding cows and a little shop time in the afternoon. So we'll catch you in the next. Remember to keep it simple, and we'll catch you in the next one. Can you say bye? Bye. Bye.